Hi, welcome back. Today we're just going to be having some fun and playing around with some makeup. So the first thing I want to try, I've had this for so long, it is these brow comb scissors from AOA. I think I forgot about them or got nervous about them or I don't know what, but we are going to attempt to pop these open and see what they do. Alright, so it literally is just scissors with like that attachment to it. How do you even do this? Do you brush them up? But how do you know when too far is too far? Oh, it's always this eyebrow that it's always this eyebrow that I mess up. Oops. Or is that how it's supposed to be? I don't know. Okay, this face needs some hydration. I don't know what's going on here. My lips are so dry. Seriously, I had so many lotions on last night. I smelled like a Bath and Body Works store. I had this on my hands, this on my lips. I had something else on my face, something else on my body. Like, it was crazy. I did. It smelled like Bath and Body Works. Alright, so let's go ahead and, like I said, get some hydration. Catrice. Alright, so while on eyebrows, let me look. I'm going to find something to play with that I haven't used in a while. Okay, so I found this. I have the Maybelline Tattoo Studio Brow Tint Pen. And this is in the shade Blonde. So it's one of those that has the three prongs. So there's what it looks like. Ooh, it almost has a slight greenish tint to it. That's weird. Oh well, we're just playing. Let's see what happens here now that I have like no brow hairs. Yeah, like, it's coming off kind of orange on here, but that color is almost a little green. That's kind of weird. I don't know. And the applicator is a little scratchy. I think it looks okay, like, in the front of my brow, but back here, not so much. So I'm going to go in with my Maybelline Brow Ultra Slim Pencil in Blonde and kind of see what we can do here. Okay, we're just gonna move on. It is what it is. I do like it for this area, but not back here. And then it just kind of from there. So I'm a little undecided about that. All right, so let's get on to the eyes. What do I want to do here? So I have this I want to play with. This is from e.l.f. the Liquid Glitter Eyeshadow in Mermaid Shimmy. It's this very pretty green. It's this very pretty greenish mint color. So I want to play with that. It's not going to match at all, but that's okay. This color does not match anything we have going on, but it's okay. We're just going to roll with it. So first though, a base of some sort. I'm thinking this palette will do just fine. And I also want to bring this back out. I haven't used it for a while because, as you know, I have been just using my Milani eyeshadow primer consistently, but I want to try again my Believe Beauty Lock-In eyeshadow primer in the shade, I believe, Universal. Yeah, so let's put this all over. That does conceal the redness on my eyelid more than the Milani, obviously, because this is tinted, whereas the Milani is clear. But we'll see how it performs. All right, so let me just throw something together real quick here. So I am noticing a bit of an issue with blending. It doesn't feel like I'm able to move the shadows as easily on top of this primer as I am the Milani. Now, I did not set this side down, so on this side when I go in, I am going to put the eyeshadow primer down and set it, probably just with some Wet n Wild powder or something, and then put eyeshadow on top of it and see if I still have that same issue with blending. Because with Milani, the last couple times I haven't been setting it and I still feel like I'm able to blend, and this, it feels a little tuggy. So I am going to go ahead and put on some NYX glitter glue, and let's take our Mermaid Shimmy and pack that on to the lid. Oops. Okay, so I tapped over it and I completely removed everything, so FYI. So when I tapped over it, it not only removed the glitter, but it removed, yeah, you can still slightly see it. It also removed the eyeshadow that I had on underneath. Okay, well that's drying. I'm just gonna go and kind of blend out around it. So I'm just using the shade Float Your Crib out here. In the crease, I'm using Little Frog, and then above that, I'm using Just Like a Tattooing. I think I'm gonna take a little bit of Droid Protocol and kind of trace this out like a cut. Oh, look, it's not going back on. Yeah, it's like refusing to go back on right there. It's like not drying down, and then I touched it and took it off again. Okay, so I'm gonna do the other eye, try to let this dry, and we'll see what kind of results we're gonna get from this. So here's where I'm at. It is still not wanting to stick right there, and it is not wanting to stick on this eye either. So even on this eye, I actually went back in with some more glitter glue and tried to do like another layer, and that kind of helped, but it's still not wanting to stick in that one spot, and this side's really having a hard time to stick. Like, I'm trying not to even swipe, I'm just tapping it on into the places that seem to be lifting a little bit, and it's also already getting pretty creasy. Yeah, right there, you can see it. It's kind of getting creasy looking. Oh, the primer. So I got so tore up about this side not working, I forgot to set this side, and I still am having that same issue of the eyeshadow not wanting to blend, kind of wanting to stick to where I initially place it. So I think this is a primer that you do want to set before putting down any eyeshadow. Okay, that looks a little better. Yeah, right there. It absolutely refuses to stick. Okay, so let's move on. Let me get a primer. Let's try this. This is the Milani Green Goddess Cannabis Stevia Seed Oil Sleeping Mask and Primer. Now, I have put this on before bed, but I have never actually used it as a straight primer. It smells like grass. It smells like straight up earth, dirt, grass. How I feel about the texture of this as a primer. I like it as a sleeping mask. It feels nice, but to go directly under makeup, I don't know. So I want to pull out my Flower Light Illusion foundation in the shade Shell. And we are just going to slap this on the face. It doesn't look bad, but it doesn't look right. Like, it's a little bit tacky, which is okay, but I don't know. Also, what do you do around the corners of your mouth? Mine keep getting so dry and crusty. I don't know what to do for like that area. But anyway, let's go ahead and do the other side. I don't know what I did right there, but it is burning. Okay, it looks very nice and hydrated. That probably has to do with obviously using a wetting sponge. Around my nose looks awful. Like, I literally don't know what's happening. Probably because I'm blowing my nose so much. I'm making it raw, but like right there looks terrible. That's what it is. It almost looks like it's sitting on the skin versus kind of sinking in and being part of my skin, if that makes sense. Like, it looks nice and flawless, but it looks like you can tell like there's a sheet over my face or something. I don't know. It's weird. I like this as a sleeping mask. I don't think I like it as a primer. Alright, for concealer, the reason I used this foundation is because I have the Flower Light Illusion Full Coverage Concealer. I believe this is a new shade, if I'm not mistaken, because I think that the lightest shade used to be Fair. And now they have Porcelain as well as Ivory, which is L0.5. So, we are going to test this out today. The only problem is I still think it's darker than this foundation shell, so. Okay, let me get my concealer brush. So on this side, because my face is so dry, I'm going to put a little bit of my NYX hydratouch primer on my under eyes before I go in with this concealer. I mean, yeah, I think you definitely can see that it is covered. There's still just like a tinge of purple when I look straight forward. But like I said, my face is so dry. Let me try a little bit of this. So I am going to put a little bit of concealer here. We're obviously having issues here. Okay, it looks absolutely awful right there on my nose. Okay, we need to set this ASAP. I'm going to sit with my Fenty lavender powder. Yeah, this side where I went in with the primer definitely looks better for sure. Oh, okay. Before I keep going on with more powder, for blush, we have the e.l.f. Putty Blush in the shade Caribbean. Now, this look does not make any sense on the color scheme, okay? So just, I realize it, I understand it, it's okay. We're gonna move on. All right, here is our color. I'm gonna put it onto the back of my hand. No, actually, no, all I did was put it on the back of my hand. Awesome. I think what I'm gonna do is tap into it with my sponge and then tap the sponge on the back of my hand to remove the excess. There we go. All right, here we go. This is like freaking rare beauty blush vibes. And everybody was like, holy cow, this is so pigmented, be careful. Yeah, that's what I'm going to tell you for this e.l.f. putty blush too. It's kind of pretty though. I'm going to put a little bit more on this side to match. Wow, you do not need a lot. This will last you the rest of your life. Ooh, that just like melted. That looks beautiful. That absolutely melted into the skin. That's really nice. That's really nice. I wish I had a better color. Maybe if those ever come to CVS and I have points where I can get it like for free, I'll pick up a different shade. But yeah, that's beautiful. That is really pretty. Alright, since we're doing a bunch of cream for bronzer, I haven't used this in a while, my Fenty Beauty Cream in the shade Butta Biscuit. Let's give this a try. This brush, I don't know what it is, if it's the fact that it has like these bristles, that there are some that are just slightly extended above the majority. This brush does a great job. This is the e.l.f. Jelly Pop stippling brush. I happened to see it at TJ Maxx. It was like $3 or $4, and I thought, well, let me pick that up. And I swear I have been loving it for cream products. There's something about it that just works really well. Like, okay, I put that on there. Now normally you would think, okay, go in with your sponge to blend it out, but no, you can actually take this brush and just kind of work it into the skin. I don't know what it is about this brush, but I really like it. Now I am going to go over with the sponge a little bit. I brought it a little too far, but as far as this brush to blend it out, it always looks really nice. Okay, highlight. Let's do it. We haven't used this in so long. Ofra, Nikkie Tutorials. We're going to go in with Glazed Donut. Yeah, she's beautiful. Alright. Alright, while we do the eyes, I'm just going to throw on some of whatever this is, lip balm from Ulta. Because my lips need some hydration. My lips need a little something something before we go in with our lip product. So, alright. For lashes, let me clean up my space a little bit here. Oh yeah, let me go ahead and spritz again with some Catrice. Yeah, so the eyeshadow still won't stick there and won't stick there. Don't ask me why. Okay, so for lashes, we have the Eylure London Wispy Light Lashes. It says glue included, so we'll go ahead and try this glue. Hopefully I don't have like a bad reaction to it or anything. Little baby glue. Okay. Look how pretty these are. I just do one at a time. Like, it takes me so long that it's just easier to do one at a time then try to go in and do both and then feel like I have to rush because one or the other is going to dry down because I'm not going fast enough. I like its applicator though. It's almost like it's just plastic, but I kind of like that. It gives it a better even distribution. Okay, so we're just going to let those dry. Let's go ahead and finish up the lower lash line. The moral of the story is it's going to be what it's going to be, and nobody's going to be that close to notice that my makeup is completely coming off my nose. Awesome sauce. So lastly, we have the Stila Stay All Day liquid lipstick in the shade Patina. It's a lot more purpley than I anticipated, so again, we're just playing with makeup. A lot came off on the applicator. The color is actually prettier than I thought. You really need to watch the applicator because a lot of product comes off and it's very easy to get out of hand very quickly. I don't know what is happening right there. Blush. I think the blush is the winner here. It is gorgeous. It applied very nicely. It's very pigmented. You're going to get a lot of bang for your buck. And honestly, where I put the blush, my skin looks very melted. Like how I was saying that the foundation kind of looked like it was sitting on top of my skin. Where I have the blush, it does not look like that. Like it melted it down. The concealer, I think I'm going to have to play with some more. I don't really see a huge difference under either eye. These lashes, I really like this style. Again, that was the Eylure London Wispy Light. I really like the applicator on this glue versus it being like a brush tip. It's basically just like a little piece of plastic, and I actually really like that. And I like how the glue kind of goes on metallic-y blue instead of just like straight up white. Okay, the eyebrow pencil was weird. It's kind of a weird color, weird application. What was this? The brow tint pen. I'm sad. I think I'm just gonna go wash my face. Definitely out of all of this, the winner was the blush. Definitely, for sure. So yeah, that's me kind of having a rough go of it, to tell you the truth. So I better clean up. I heard my little one awake a minute ago. I didn't even do inner corner highlight. That's how defeated I feel. I didn't even do inner corner highlight. Alright, so that's going to be it for me. Thank you for watching this video. I hope you will like and subscribe, and I will see you next time. Bye-bye.